Hey guys, this is Wes from YGO Lab, and I have here today my Monarch deck profile for the February 2016 ban list, post-emergency ban list. I recently built this deck thinking it have a lot of good matchups against current meta, which I was right. I've just been playing it recently, and I've been very pleased with the results. I took it to locals last weekend, and I went 3-1, so I got a little store credit, made back some of my money that I spent on the structure decks. Only loss was to Cosmo. That's always a tricky matchup, whatever deck I play. Anyways, I'll just get into it. Really fun deck to play, extremely budget. You just need 3 structure decks, some Mega Monarchs, Majesties, Vanities, Fiends, just the goods. For little guys, I got 3 Edia and 3 Edios. They pair together, it gives you tribute fodder, so you can summon your big guys. When Edia is normal or special, you can special one of these from your deck. And then they get effects in the graveyard. When Edia is destroyed, or no, not destroyed, when she's sent to the graveyard, you get to add back a banished Monarch spell or trap to your hand. And then during your turn, you can banish Edios from your graveyard to special one of these from your graveyard. So they just recycle, give you basic tribute fodder so you can bring out your big guys. Speaking of which, we have 3 Erebus and 3 Ether. This card is your best friend in the Cosmo matchup because it doesn't target, so you put their big ships or their pilots back in the deck. And Ether just helps you put monsters on your board so you can push for game. And then you get these effects by sending 2 Monarch Speller Traps from your deck to the grave after these are normal summoned. Then I run 1 Thessalos and 1 Megacaius. This card is amazing if you go first. I like to go second though because I run quite a few hand traps, which I'll get to in a bit. But if your opponent makes you go first, this card is incredible. You get to dig out a card from their hand and then burn them for a little bit. Or no, hold on. Oh, that's sorry. You only get the burn if you tribute a fire, which never happens. But you get to dig out a card from their hand. So they start their turn with 5, which is pretty nice. And then Megacaius, I might side because it's kind of crap against Cosmo, which is like my hardest matchup. It's amazing though because you always get the second effect, or you will most of the time because most of the time you'll be tributing Edios. But when he's tribute summoned, you get to banish a card from your opponent's graveyard or field, I believe. Maybe it's just field, I don't know. I'm a scrub. And yeah, so they're both really good. Then I run 1 Majesties and 1 Vanities. I want to increase quantities of either both of these or just Majesties. I think Majesties is better, but Vanities isn't bad. It helped me win a game against Fluffles at that locals. So I want to find room for more, but right now I have 1 of each also in the side. So just want to try and find room in the main. And then, like I said, hand traps around triple Veiler, triple Maxi, because they are amazing in this format. Veiler is so good against the mirror when they try to get their, what's she called? When they try to use their Edia effect, you just Veiler, and then that pretty much ends their turn. And then Maxi is good against pretty much everything that's not Monarchs. So during the mirror, I just side these out for stuff. For spells, triple Pantheism, it makes your bad hands really good. And then when it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to reveal 3 Monarch Speller Traps. Your opponent adds 1 to your hand. And then you can force them to add stuff if you make Tenacity as 1 of your 3. And then if you have a big guy in your hand. So really good card. It's one of the best new supports. My favorite spell though is Domain. This card is so good against Pepe and anything that just uses their extra deck a lot. And then even if it didn't have that effect, it's still really good because it can reduce the levels of your big guys by 2, so it makes it easier to summon them. And when your Monarchs attack, they gain 800, so not bad. I was thinking about cutting it to 2 now that Pepe's hurt, but I still really like it at 3, so I'm going to leave it like that. Your Stormforth, amazing against Cosmo. It's kind of ironic that I'm crap against Cosmo, but this deck has so many outs. Stormforth and, what did I say? I don't know, Thessalos. Oh yeah, Erebus. Like I said earlier, triple tenacity, so you force your opponent to add stuff when you reveal with Pantheism. Then one March for Cosmo, and one Return. I really don't like Return, but you have to play it, so I usually side it out though. And then to round off spells, Rodan 1-for-1, so you can get to your little guys faster. And the only traps I run is 2 Prime. I was running 3, but I had to cut for something, I can't remember, so I dropped it to 2. Either's fine. The reasoning behind 3 is that this is one of the first cards you ditch with Erebus or Ether, so if you're only going to have one left in your deck, the odds of you drawing it are not very high, so that's why most people run 3, but a good number of people run 2 also, so either's alright. Obviously there's no extra deck because a lot of these effects involve not having an extra deck or not special summoning from your extra deck to turn use this effect. So I'll just get into the side. Triple Fog King because it really hurts the mirror. Yeah. My favorite side deck card though is Battle Fader. It's so good against Cosmo. It's really good against Mermail too. I just don't play them that much, but when I do, side that in. Just makes it so you don't get OTK'd, it gives you tribute fodder. It really catches Cosmo players off by surprise though, so I like it. And like I said earlier, Majesties and the Vanities. If I find room in the main for those, I will put Dark Holes in their place, because Dark Hole is good against the mirror if your opponent gets to their Fog King before you do. Then 2 Twin Twister, 2 MST, because Mask of Restrict is a thing, and it hurts you. So, you gotta be able to get over it. Double Chalice for more effect negation, plus in the Cosmo matchup, if you need to get over their big ships, you can just target your own monster, and then it gains it 400 attack, so it helps you get over stuff. Like I said, Raigeki, so you can get over your opponent's Fog King, or just any deck that has problematic cards you need to get over. And last card is another March for Cosmo. That's it for my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is Wes from YG Lab signing off.